All right. Welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to another video. Today, this is going to get very interesting for Tesla because it sounds like, according to this tweet that I've just found, that the Model 3 and the Model Y will qualify for the full $7,500 tax credit in 2023. We're going to break this down because I'm not sure this is good. I mean, this is good for, people that have been waiting on the sidelines, but I'm thinking, definitely for a few of you that have scheduled calls with me down below in the description if you're interested, that have been kind of on the fence. And now that this rumor or this piece of news is coming out, I don't even know what to really recommend. So we're going to take a look at this. We're going to dive into and see, it is kind of, it's a tweet, but it's coming from, a Tesla tweeter. So we're going to take a look at it and see if there's any credence. It kind of makes sense what he's saying, but we'll take a look. But it sounds like it might be true. And it definitely sounds like the Model 3 and the Model Y will qualify for that full $7,500 discount or $7,500 tax credit in 2023. So before we get into that, let's roll that intro real quick. All right, so welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to another video. My name is Dennis, and I love talking about Tesla hacking, as I like to call it, but basically just getting the best deal on a Tesla at the best possible price, or just getting really good financing on your Tesla. So if you're interested in any of that, please hit that subscribe. All right, so let's take a look. If you don't know, there is a looming tax credit on the horizon. Let me remove this comment really quick. And it's breaking up into two parts. And the first part is that, it's full $70,500. Tesla used to not be eligible because they sold too many vehicles, the TLDR on that. But on January 1st, that sales cap is lifted and the full credit is $7,500, but it's $7,500 in the first year as a credit, a tax liability credit, and you get that back when you file for your taxes in 2024. And most people, if you're a W-2 employee and you make above like $60,000 to $70,000, you're paying $7,000 in federal taxes through every paycheck and through every year, and you basically get all that money back. Don't quote me on, I'm not an accountant, but from my experience, you get that money back when you file for your taxes in 2024. But there are some income limits on it. There's vehicle price income limits and all that stuff. But the biggest thing that was new is that it's broken into two parts: 7,500, 3,750, and 3,750. The first, to quickly recap all this, the first 3,750 is based on the critical battery minerals. It can't basically come from China or any place unless it's a free trade agreement with the United States. And the other part of it is that the EV battery components have to be manufactured and assembled in the US. You get the 3,750. So for a while now, people speculated that, the Model 3 and the Model Y would qualify for half of that at least because they're manufactured or wherever in the United States. So you get $3,750. And this was kind of confirmed because Tesla brought out this $3,750 credit on December 1st to try to, basically hedge some of that, because a lot of people were trying to push their orders and take delivery next year because they wanted that credit. So Tesla kind of got ahead of that and tried and said, hey, we'll give you that $3,750 right now, so you don't have to try and take delivery next year. And we get that, basically Tesla wants that sales number at the end of 2022 December, which is the end of the month, end of the quarter, end of the year. So that's kind of the tax credit in a nutshell. Of course, there's other income limits on it. You have to make less than $150,000 if you're a single, $300,000 if you're married, and the vehicles have certain price caps. So the Model Y can't be above $80,000. So the Model X, of course, doesn't qualify, and the Model 3's, special vehicle here has to be less than $55,000. So thank you for listening to that quick recap, actually. And this video is actually sponsored by my calendar link down below in the description, but more on that later. So the calendar link is you can schedule a call with me if you're interested in a one-on-one call to ask me any questions, but more on that later. This is the tweet from Holes Mars Catalog. He's a big Tesla tweeter. He tweets a lot, and this is what it says. Wow. Breaking news on the EV tax credit. The Treasury says that they won't issue guidance on the critical battery minerals and battery component requirements until March, assuming March of 2023. Until the Treasury issues guidance, those restrictions on the tax credit don't take effect. So what does this mean? Of course, exactly what you think it means. He goes into a little bit more. Restriction on the sticker price and buyer income still takes effect on January 1st. The sales cap gets lifted on January 1st. The other components, the 3750 and the 3750 that we just talked about, do not go into place until March. And so earlier, before, when this whole Inflation Reduction Act got announced, there was guidance that they would be announced as kind of battery component restrictions in the end of December. But now they're saying they're not going to announce it until March. So, quote, this could mean a full $7,500 tax credit for all qualifying Teslas taken delivery from January 1st to until they release guidance, would be March, whatever. So this is huge and also kind of bad for Tesla because they've done everything that they can to try and hedge this, where they released that $3,750 credit. Unless Tesla pulls a Hail Mary. If you've been following the channel, you know that I've been thinking that Tesla might do something crazy like the last week of the month because it's December 25th. They might try and push more sales. But now if this starts to actually come out and it becomes widely known that the $7,500 credit becomes eligible for Tesla on January 1st, Tesla will probably be forced with their hand will be forced to release and bump that credit up to $7,500 probably by the end of this week, if not Monday. Well, I guess Christmas is this Sunday. They'll probably have to do it by the end of this week, which would mean you have to decide whether do you want a $7,500 credit line for line off the price of the vehicle, or do you want $7,500 off your taxes when you get it back in 2024? I think you know the answer, which would probably be more beneficial for you as a buyer of a Tesla. So, I mean, I'm not sure like how credible this is. It's, Hold Mark Catalog usually posts like decent stuff, but I don't think he's like just talking, just nonsense here. I mean, he's got some quotes in here. It says Auto News. Unfortunately, he doesn't have a link to a source, but basically all North American EVs will get the $7,500 tax credit, no restriction in Q1. I mean, this is pretty huge. I mean, of course, the Model X and the Model S don't qualify because of income and price of the vehicle limits, but this is definitely some crazy stuff. I don't really know how to react to this. I mean, unless Tesla pulls out all the stops and brings a $7,500 tax credit, line for line discount, which I'm pretty sure they will at this point, because they're going to lose a lot of people that if they hear this, if they think this is actually coming, then who wouldn't, right? Like $3,750 discount or pushing to $7,500 tax credit. Of course, $3,750 discount might be worth more than that due to like interest savings, sales price tax savings and all that stuff. But still, it's still $7,500 tax credit is worth more at the end of it. So let me know you guys' thoughts on this. What do you think? Comment below if you think this is actually going to happen. I don't see a source here, unfortunately, but if you guys find a source, this is probably going to become more readily available news starting tomorrow. But thanks for joining this late night stream. It looks like Hold Mark Catalog posted this a couple hours ago, and definitely some interesting stuff. All right. Manny the Minister, welcome. My delivery day is Wednesday, and they gave me $3,750 off of the price up front. Yeah, that's basically what they're doing. But now, does this change for your decision? $7,500 tax credit. If you're in that income limits, then it might make sense for you to try and push if you can. Anip Patel. So will Tesla Model 3 standard range get the full tax credit? Though Treasury said they won't give more details about the credit rules for EVs from January 1st to March duration. #confusing. Yeah, this means that if you have a standard range ordered in the queue, you could potentially get $7,500 as a tax credit if you can line up delivery between January 1st to whenever they release guidance in March. So that could mean a really, really cheap or inexpensive, I'll use the right word, Model 3 standard range, because that brings it from a base price of 47,000 dollars. If you were just get a base one minus 7,500, of course you don't get a line for line. That's a $39,000 Model 3 standard range. I mean, if that isn't a deal, I don't know what is at this point, but definitely some interesting stuff. Let me know what you guys think of this. Today's video is actually sponsored by my calendar link down below in the description. If you're looking for like a one-on-one consultation or coaching call, and you have questions on buying a Tesla, selling a Tesla, or even getting good financing in Tesla, you can actually schedule a call with me. It's a 15 to 30-minute call where you can ask me any questions about buying a Tesla, selling a Tesla, or even financing a Tesla. And after you schedule the call, you get a link to my buying guide, which has links to all the resources that I use to get the best possible price and really good financing. And right now on my guide, there are 2 credit unions that have interest rates in the 3 to 3.5%, all the way up to 3.64%, all the way up to 88 months. So if you're interested in that, definitely check it out in the description. But if you're not, that's totally fine. Just being here, hitting the like button, subscribing, and hitting the comments goes a long way. So thank you for that. But thanks for watching this last video of the night. Please enjoy your night, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.